Hey everybody, Kazoo Catfisherman here. Going to talk about some simple channel catfishing rigs. Got the first one out. This is about as simple as it gets. Small circle hook, snelled onto a leader, about 2 foot long, to a barrel swivel, and tied onto my main line with a bead to protect my knot. And then your type of sinker, give it that slide effect. You can also, in lieu of putting your sinker directly on your main line, got a lot of guys will use sinker slides. I don't like them, they break. Snaggy. So what you can do, well, you can see that, you just take a regular swivel, clip it onto your weight, snap swivel, slide it through the eye of it, and looky there. And now with this type of option, you want to put the bead there. I didn't put the bead there, but you can change your sinker super quick. Sometimes nice. The second rig I like to use, a double rig or a drop shot rig. It's got 2 hooks on it. And then on the end of it, it's just a loop. I don't know what they call this. I call it a loop. And then you thread this through the eye of your sinker, and then back around it. I think that's a cow hitch. And then boom, your sinker. And there's your bottom of your sinker, your first hook, and your second hook. And then terminated with a barrel swivel. See that? Kind of gets your baits. See, it gets my baits off the bottom a little bit. I have great luck with this. This is kind of the rig you use, or I use. It's my go-to channel cat rig, especially fishing the lakes around me. The river, it gets a little snaggy with the 2 hooks. You got to keep your rod tip up and give it the business when you're reeling it in. Okay, you tie that double rig. It's really pretty easy. You take a length of line and you just twist a loop into it and then make it so the loop is on the bottom. And then you take the top of it here where your 2 lines are touching the top of your loop. You just take it with your fingers and twist it, making a circle. I do 3-4 times. 3. Then you end up with something, big fat hams are in the way. You end up with something like that. And then you keep this little loop, and you take the bottom of your loop and you bring it back through that small loop you created by twisting it 3 times. And then it comes out like this. Then what you want to do is you don't want to pull it from here. You want to pull it from the side. So what I'll do, it's a little easier when you're not filming, but I'll put this part off like that. And then just pull these together. Just like that. There's another step to this knot where you also put wraps right here, which helps hold it out. I'll learn how to do it someday. I like this kind of stuff. But for now, this works for me. And then to attach your hook, you got your hook here, and you want to go from the front towards the back. Some mono in here. Depending on the size hook, how big of an eyelet you got, depending on how big a line you use, sometimes you can get it, sometimes you can't. So keep that in mind before you tie a mess of these up. But you go from front to back, right through, just like yay. And then slide your hook through the loop and pull it up. And see, that gives you kind of a hinge action on there. See how it turns that hook forward? And that'll help with your hooking percentage. If you do it the other way, you'll immediately see that it pushes the hook down this way. I would have to assume that you're going to hook less fish that way. But anyways, that's it. And then you know, you do the same thing, go down your line and make another loop to end up with a rig like this. And then you can fish 2 baits without having a giant bait. And big baits sometimes catch big fish, but I've caught a lot of big fish on the little baits. Thanks for watching my video. Like and subscribe.